Do I regret going to Avalon?
Any night, any day, let me take you away. All I need is just saying yeah, 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 yeah. Better nights, better days, when you're here with me, babe. Cause you're all...
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ronee. I am a licensed esthetician. Finally, I can say that. And I am a personal trainer, certified personal trainer. I am also a master herbalist, and I do a bunch of different things that I post on YouTube. I'm kind of all over the place. I just like to share my life and the things that I like. So getting right into this video, what to expect in beauty school. I created this video because a lot of things happened that I didn't expect to happen in beauty school, and I just wanted to kind of give you the heads up of what goes on, give you my opinion. Do I regret going to the school I went to? I went to Avalon. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Avalon, and I am here in Colorado. So if you're looking for the video, what was in my kit, that is going to be below. And also I'm going to make another video, which will be in this below in the description, on, you know, me passing the state board exams, what to expect, and how things went, and just my opinion on it. So check those links out below. But now let's get into this video. Okay, so I created some notes here, so I'm just going to go back and forth on a couple different things. So first of all, when I signed up for beauty school, I actually signed up on a Friday and I started Monday. Although I knew, and I had been kind of getting myself ready and prepared to go to beauty school, to be an esthetician, I didn't think I would be able to start that early, but I did. I was able to start right away. So moving forward, the orientation was, it was pretty cool because I got everything that I needed at orientation. At orientation, they gave me my backpack and all this stuff that I was just like, whoa, this is a lot of stuff. So during orientation, I knew that I had got myself into more than I thought I did, because I was just like, whoa, this is a lot of stuff. But I was excited. I remember coming home and like showing my daughter, my sister, my mom, just everything that they gave me, and I was just like, okay, this is pretty cool. I also got like a laptop and just all this different stuff. So, okay, where do I start? First, I'm going to start off by telling you like my journey and why I went to esthetician school. I've always pretty much been an entrepreneur. I was working at United Airlines for a while. And during that time, I was unhappy because it was just really strict. But I'm including that in this video because I feel like it helped me with beauty school. And the reason why I say that is because working for the airlines, everything is very strict. I worked for United, so our uniforms were really strict. There was no playing on uniforms. You would get sent home. There was a point system. You had to have your badge or you're not getting in the airport. These are things that I was able to implement in my beauty school because we did have a badge that we had to clock in and out of. You had to have that. You had to be in uniform, and you had to just be in your scrubs. So first and foremost, I'm going to tell you, be prepared to follow the rules. Like if you follow the rules and do what you're supposed to do, just get in and get out. It's really not that hard. You're going to run into, you know, everyday people who just have bad attitudes, or, you know, they were raised different than you, or whatever the case may be. But for the most part, you know what I mean? Just do what you got to do. Be ready to follow the rules. Get in and get out. You're there to get your education. And I'll elaborate on that a little bit more in the video a little later, just about like drama and the stuff that I experienced being at Avalon. So this is just my opinion. This is my experience. Everybody else didn't experience what I did, and that's fine. I've seen a lot of different videos on a bunch of different things. Do your research. That's what I'm going to start off with. Do your research on what school you're going to go to, and do your research on what fits you best. For me, I had a friend that went to Avalon, and at the time that she went, I wasn't interested at all in beauty school, and I was just kind of like, what are you doing, you know? But later on, I started getting my eyelashes done, when I worked at United, and I was paying her $300 to do my lashes, and I'm just like, wait a minute, I'm in the wrong industry. And when I stopped working at United and I started going to beauty school, I was getting facials every day, and I realized that I made a really good decision on doing that. And now I'm in a position of I could help people look better, feel better, and I get to be an entrepreneur. Okay, so orientation, I went in, I filled out paperwork. I pretty much got like accepted into the program, and then I got a tour. I was able to walk in, during the actual class and see what was going on. I was able to smell the products. I was able to just get, see what's going on and what the classroom setting is like. And then during orientation, they had the estheticians on one side, they had the cosmetologists on the other side. They obviously got different things than we got. And yeah, you might hear water behind you because the lighting that I'm using today is a little bit, it's kind of a plant. So, okay, anyway, so let me go through a few things. When I started beauty school, I'm pretty sure day one, if it wasn't day one, it was day two. Pretty sure day one, we did facials on each other. I had my scrubs on. I don't know why, I just wasn't expecting that so soon, or just period. I don't know. I only started beauty school so I could, do eyelashes, and I ended up falling in love with a bunch of different stuff that, beauty school had to offer, like waxing and all this other stuff that I learned. So day one, we did do facials on each other, if not day one, day two, I'm pretty sure. And we were mixed in with some of the older students, so they were able to teach us and show us. So I remember my teacher at the time calling off everything, and we had like protocols and everything that we could read through and like learn what to do. But I was overwhelmed day one because I was just like, whoa, like how am I going to learn all these steps? Do this, do that. This is how you, brace. This is how you do this and that. I ended up learning it, and it was no problem. So especially if you haven't been in school in a long time, like be prepared to just kind of make that transition. Once you make that transition, you'll be fine. We did a lot of online. I was a hybrid student, which was full-time. That was the only option. I didn't necessarily choose to do hybrid. And I wasn't expecting to be at home during some of the schooling as a full-time student, but I was very happy that I was on days that I was just like, this is cool. I could like roll out of bed and turn on my computer, or I could work out, take a shower, and just sit, and I'm just chilling for the day. Now, it is kind of hard to be online all day, so just be prepared, be prepared to make your meals, to have your stuff ready. I think preparation is everything. But I did graduate with a 4.0, and I carried a 4.0 the entire time I was in school, so it's very easy to do. And I haven't been in school in a very long time. I'm 43 years old, and there's a lot of people that are coming straight out of high school, going straight into esthetician school or beauty school. So it's a little bit easier for people that are coming straight out of school into school, I believe. I think a lot of the older women like myself had some issues with that, just transitioning. So the uniform policy, you're expected to wear your scrubs at all times. You're not going to go in your jeans. Just follow the rules. Just wear your scrubs. Do what you need to do. You're expected to wear your scrubs at all times. Whatever they give you, and this is just at my school where I went, like I said, I went to Avalon. And so whatever they give you to wear, just wear it. You will be sent home. For my school, beauty school was set up in two different phases. So phase one was a lot of learning and just like, we did a lot of hands-on, but it was a lot of learning. Phase two was like dope. Like when I got into phase two, I was just like, okay, this is cool. You felt like you knew what you were doing. You're also now the older student, so you're teaching the newer students what to do. And you're in a position where you're more trusted with the modalities and doing your facials. You have your floor sheet, and you are just kind of like on your own in a sense, but it's cool because they're there to help you. Your teachers are there to help you, and you're able to just be in a position where, you could kind of look at your floor sheet and say what it is you want to do today, and you could, you know, link up with a friend or a classmate or whatever and be like, hey, do you need a waxing? I have 2 waxings on here. I need a LED or whatever the case may be, because they give you a floor sheet and you just have to have your floor sheet done. Each week is on there and you can do it in whatever order you want to do it, which I think is cool. And let me say, starting esthetician school, just me being an introvert and just being to myself and just avoiding drama, I was like, I'm not going to make any friends here. I'm going to stay to myself. I'm going to be quiet, and I'm going to be this person. And that's out the door. Let me tell you, you do need friends in beauty school. You need to make some friends. You need to have people to do these on, because when you get that floor sheet, you need to be able to have somebody that you know you can go to, and they can come to you to get treatments done, and you guys can help each other with your floor sheet. Now, obviously, if you don't have any friends, the teacher will help you with that. But it's easier if you have people that just like you. You know what I mean? Just avoid the drama. Just avoid the drama. Expect to bring your kit every day. Expect to bring your backpack and everything else every day. If it's in person, you're doing something on somebody, or someone is doing something on you. So expect to bring your kit every day. They'll tell you what to bring, but just expect to bring that. I think for me, that was kind of, I'm out in a small Prius right now, so I was just kind of like, oh, I got to drop my kids off at school and I got all this stuff. And I was just like, okay, expect to bring it. Be prepared. Be prepared. Bring your stuff. You're going to be making your bed every day. You're going to have to take that off. You're going to be using all your towels during this time frame. I think you get like 22 towels. You're going to be using that stuff, and you don't want to not be prepared and have to keep asking other people to use their stuff. I've had to be in that position before, so I'm telling you now. But be prepared, and be prepared to wash. Like you're washing your clothes anyway, but be prepared to wash your stuff every week. Have your towels ready, have your sheets ready, blankets, whatever the case may be. Have all that stuff ready. Just be prepared to wash every week, because you're using all those towels on yourself. Someone's using your stuff on you, but you still need to wash it because you're getting treatments all the time. So at Avalon, I started in January 9th, and I finished 2023, and I finished May 26th was my last day. That was my last clock hours, and I think I had like another class to do online, but that was my last clock out, was May 26th. So in my schooling, it cost $11,000. Now, I have heard from a bunch of different schools that, you know, prices are different here, prices are different there. I was able to get a grant for a lot of my schooling, but, you know, $11,000 is a lot of money to not take seriously. So take your class seriously, go in there, be studious, do what it is you need to do. $11,000, do I think it was worth it? Yeah, I do. I feel like they did exactly what they were supposed to do for me. They got me ready for the state board and a bunch of other stuff that I didn't even, you know, expect to happen. So you need 600 hours here in Colorado to become an esthetician. And then after that, you take your state board test. You take 2. You take 1 is your written and 1 is your practical. And I'll leave that in another video. I am going to record that today, though, right after this. So you need 600 hours. And what they do is they give you a little time clock, a little card, and you're clocking in and out, just like at work, just like a job. You're clocking in and you're clocking out, and that is what is going to tally up your hours. So you have people that you'll start with, but you won't finish with them because maybe they missed a week, or maybe, you know, you clocked in, and whatever the case may be, you're gonna all start together, but you'll all finish at different times. So don't miss school. If you can, and you could just take this thing seriously and just don't miss school, don't miss school. Just don't miss it, because it'll put you ahead and it'll have you in a position to where you are able to graduate a little bit earlier or on time, or whatever the case may be. And also, like, I missed a day of school that I really regretted missing that day. You know, that nobody's going to go back on certain things with you. This is why it's important to make friends. But nobody's going to go back on certain things with you. You know, this was a day that they studied business, and I really needed that. So don't miss school. If you don't miss school, you're going to be in a better position. And it's going to be more motivational to look at your clock hours and know that you're almost done. Okay, taking clients. In phase 2, you will be taking clients. So I was nervous to take clients. You bring your own people in for your model day. You bring in a model, and I was actually my friend's model back when she went to school, so I kind of knew what it was like to do that. But yeah, you have to bring in somebody that's going to allow you to do the facial on them. And I think you bring in 2 models. Yeah, you bring in 2 models, and then you're able to start taking clients. So between taking clients in your floor sheet in phase 2 and just doing your assignments and stuff like that, that's really going to help your grade a lot, because if you're taking clients nonstop, all that is counting towards your floor sheet, and you're going to be graded on that. So it's just like a spa. It's a spa setting. You come out, you greet them, you go in, you take them to the back, you do whatever they want you to do. You can't deny clients or you will be sent home. So if you're uncomfortable with waxing or something like that, be prepared to wax. If you're uncomfortable with whatever it is that they're coming in for, if they choose to see you or the front desk books you, you're doing that service on them. And for me, I didn't have a problem doing any service on anybody, although I feel like I'm not good in like eyelash tinting. But I never got that client. I got like Brazilians, I got facials, I got custom facials, I got a lot of people that were just my people, that, like my mom, every 2 weeks she came in and she got her facial done, my son, his wife, my sister. Like, if I could get you to come in and get me out of the classroom so I could get that experience, you know what I mean? If you could get your people to support you, which is kind of hard to do, but I mean, it's really relaxing. So yeah, that's what I did as far as taking clients. And then, you do have people that you take and you don't know them, they don't know you, and you just have to make sure you're being personable and making them feel comfortable, because they're there to relax. So taking clients for me was pretty cool. Yeah, you don't get paid to take your clients. But your payment is your floor sheet. You know what I mean? Your payment is your grade. So you're not getting paid, but I think you get some percentage off, which I need to look into, but you get some percentage off of like spa products from the spa or whatever the case may be. So, back bar, we used Skin Script. So I like Skin Script, and maybe because that's just what I learned before I got into beauty school, I used Fenty products. So my asset mantle was a little bit like, I was already used to doing facials on myself, mask, hydrating. I understood my skin for the most part, and that helped me a lot in beauty school as an esthetician, because I was able to just kind of be like, okay. And then there's a lot of stuff that I learned. I do like Skin Script because Skin Script is for the darker Fitzpatrick. So there's a lot of different companies that don't necessarily cater to the darker Fitzpatrick. And so with Skin Script, it does, there's not many things. I think there's like one enzyme that you can't use as a darker Fitzpatrick. So as a Fitzpatrick 4, who I do burn in the sun. And one of the biggest things too that I learned is just like, I learned a lot about SPF. I feel like just as a Black woman, I've been told I didn't need SPF so much, and now I wear SPF, but that's for another video. But okay, moving right along with Skin Script's back bar that we use there, you can sign up as a student and start ordering your back bar, start ordering your equipment if you choose to work for yourself, or if you just want to have this stuff for yourself at home. So as an esthetician student, you just go online, they'll ask for your badge number, they'll ask what school you go to, they'll ask you what is your graduation date, or whatever the case may be, and you can start ordering your stuff. One of the biggest things that I did when I first started was I bought a steamer right away. I got this little steamer off of Amazon for like $50 because I wanted to be able to go home and do this and practice these different protocols and these different modalities and stuff like that. So I bought a lot of modalities. I bought a lot of the stuff that I was using at school because I wanted to learn it and know it and be proficient in it and go home and do it. I feel like practice is so good, to be able to go home and practice, and thank God I was able to come home and practice on my daughter. And that steamer, I actually still use the steamer for my personal use, but I did end up buying a bigger steamer for when I, when I open my spa. in school, we did do a business plan. I heard a lot of different YouTube videos saying they didn't feel like they were prepared. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do feel like I was very much prepared. If you listen and do what you're supposed to do, I know I keep saying this, but seriously, because there was times that I was like, we got to do this again. You know what I mean? Like we did like a job fair. And the whole time I was like, what happens if I don't come? Well, what if I don't come? Then what happens? What happens? That's all I wanted to know, because I did not want to go do the job fair. Okay. But when I did the job fair, I was happy. Like, it was so cool to do the job fair. You know what I mean? It was cool to meet different companies and just kind of hear things out. And for me, I was just stuck on like, okay, I'm only going to be working for myself, so I don't feel like I need to meet all these people. But you do, because this is a whole community. Okay, that's one thing that I really wanted to implement too, is that working in the beauty industry is a community. When you meet other estheticians and you go different places, they kind of like take you in and talk to you. And so this is why I'm going to get into the drama in a minute and just kind of go over what to do and what not to do, and just, you know, but anyway, it's a whole community. And so at the job fair, I was able to meet a lot of different companies and just see how other companies were running and what they offered, and just stuff that I didn't even know, you know, about. And we got a bunch of free stuff, and I'm glad that I participated. So just be open-minded when it comes to things that people want you to do. So like we had Prosper You, and so with Prosper You, they help you with a lot of people. Like, a lot of people are just coming in straight out of high school, so they don't have the experience that like maybe I have, because I've raised children, I have grandkids, I have lived a very, you know, I've lived, you know what I mean? And so I understand customer service and, you know what I mean? Just a lot of different things, and being personable and talking to people and, you know, advertising and stuff like that. So with Prosper You, they teach you, which for me, it was kind of boring when I first started, but then I was like, this is kind of cool, because there's always room to improve on whatever you think you know, or you already think you know, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, they teach you how to talk to people, how to make people feel comfortable. So for some people, it just comes natural for them. But for some people that it doesn't, I think that Prosper You is pretty dope. I think that Prosper You is pretty dope because they teach you how to interact with clients, how to, you know, make them feel comfortable, the intake form, how to sell retail, which don't feel uncomfortable about selling retail. Especially if you're going to business for yourself, retail is huge, okay? My teachers, I will say that my teachers were really cool. I had 3 teachers. One was the director, and then there was 2 teachers that just were really experienced. One thing that I think you should do in life is just really embrace everybody for who they are. You know what I mean? So like one of my teachers, well, the director, obviously, she was cool. You know what I mean? She was just like, I think she's only my teacher for the beginning, or she had to like fill in or whatever the case may be, but she knew her stuff. Any questions you had, she was on it, and she was, you know, really cool and down to earth. And again, all they want you to do is just like follow the rules. Everybody has their own job, you know what I mean, to do. And they actually made me want to go back and teach. So yeah, and then the other 2 teachers, so I'm not going to call them out, but by name. Like one of them was kind of laid back and chill and just kind of like, you know, whatever, go with the flow. And then the other one was more strict, and everybody knew like if you weren't doing what you're supposed to be doing and she came in, you better get on it. Okay. So I think it was a good balance for me, because I know if I'm working with this one, this is how it's going to be. And if I'm working with this one, this is how it's going to be. And for me, I had a really good balance between both teachers, because I was able to work with both of them. You know what I mean? And I didn't have any major issues with anybody or any teachers like that. People have bad days, you know what I mean? Don't expect people to be perfect. People have bad days. People make mistakes. Sometimes people don't know, you know, something that you may know. And, you know, I heard a lot of different stuff in different classes, so I'm not going to touch on that, but I'm just going to say from my experience, I had really good connections with my teachers, and they were both really cool. And we talked about a lot of different things, and they were very open to like, they would say this, like one of my teachers taught us how to thread eyebrows. Like if there's something that you want to learn, you know, bring it to me and I'll show you, or, you know, whatever the case may be. So I had good experiences with my teachers, and I feel like they were cool, and I did see a lot of different stuff go on, you know what I mean? But as far as like the stuff that my teachers learned, they did their job. You know what I mean? They were there to teach me what they were there to teach me. I learned, I absorbed. I am now a licensed esthetician. So what can I complain about? You know what I mean? Like, they did what they were supposed to do. They signed up to teach me. I signed up to learn. It happened. If I had questions from either teacher, they answered my questions thoroughly. They did what they were supposed to do. So I appreciate them. So anyway, and this is just my experience. Other people had different experiences. I'm telling you my experience, okay? Now, I am going to get into the drama, okay? Now, listen. No, I'm just being funny. But, listen, in beauty school, period, I hear that in every school there is drama, okay? There's drama in every beauty school. This is just what I hear. And it makes perfect sense because a lot of people don't have the life experiences that you may have. A lot of people are just learning. So I had a girl that was, I have a daughter that's 17 years old. So and then I have adult kids. I have grandkids. But the first girl that I did the facial on, she was 17 and she had graduated early. She was extremely mature. So I'm not going to say it's just age, okay? It's just where people are at in life. You know what I mean? Because I never seen this girl get into any drama or anything like that. But I have heard in all beauty schools that there's just drama. And what it is there's a lot of women that are coming together, and we're all coming from different places, different walks of life, different ages, different temperaments, we're just different, you know what I mean? And so sometimes it does clash. Now, me personally, I never got into it with anybody. Why? Because I respect the fact that you might have an attitude today. I respect the fact that who knows what you're going through. I've seen girls, come in crying about stuff that has nothing to do with school. And, maybe some people feel a certain way, or maybe sometimes people click up or whatever the case may be. And so for me, I never got into any drama at all, in the slightest. Did people get on my nerves? Yes, people get on my nerves every day. People get on your nerves at the grocery store. People get on your nerves, in traffic. So, like, for me, no, I didn't get into any drama, but I did see that, like, a lot of different women coming together. Also, keep in mind that scientifically, like, we all sync together on our menstrual. So, like, if you're PMSing, she probably is too. We've been in this classroom for 5 months together. So we're probably all linked up and clicking, and we're all irritated on the same week. You know what I mean? But this is a female industry. Like, there are male estheticians, don't get me wrong, but, like, you're working with a lot of women. You know what I mean? So if you choose to come into this industry and you're choosing to work with a bunch of women, you know what I mean? I'm obviously, like, all about women empowerment and whatever the case may be, but, like, don't come in, just come in and be open-minded and try to be understanding that people go through different things, and everybody has had different lives, and everybody's living situation is different. Maybe people can't wash their stuff as much as you can, or maybe this person didn't sleep last night because they're sleeping in their car. Like, you just never know what somebody else is going through. So keeping that in mind. So also choose a beauty school that is going to be a good location for you, because you don't want to be late. You know what I mean? It's just like a job. Treat it like a job, okay? You don't want to be late. You don't want to, sometimes you might have clients waiting on you to get there. You want to be early. You want to be prepared. You want to have all your stuff in, bring it from the car. Sometimes you have to make 2 trips to bring all your stuff in. So just be there and be prepared, and choose a location that is going to work out for you. You know what I mean? I'm so glad that my location was like 15 minutes away from my house. When I heard that there was people coming from like Boulder and Colorado Springs and all this and all that, I'm just like, dude, that would be hard for me. You know what I mean? I don't know if I could be successful like that. So set yourself up for success. So I learned a bunch of different, we learned a bunch of different modalities in school. I heard a bunch of different videos, like I said, once again, where different schools don't teach you these things. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? I thought that it was just required and everybody's teaching these things. Everybody is not teaching these things, okay? So in school, we learned different modalities. We learned about galvanic. We performed it on each other, LED light treatments, which I still use to this day, every day. Like, I do a lot of different things. We learned about enzymes, skincare, custom facials. Then they offer, once you're in the program, you also get a microdermabrasion and chemical peel class free after you are graduated and licensed. So I thought that was pretty dope. And last but not least, do I regret going to Avalon? No, not at all. I have no regrets. I feel like they prepared me. We used so many different things, and I learned so many different things and different people and experiences. I actually loved my experience. Every day wasn't perfect, no, but every day is not gonna be perfect, period. And sometimes you're the problem. Like, there's days that I'm like, I'm walking in the door at work or school or home, and I'm like, listen, just give me a minute, okay? Trying to go. So no, I don't feel like everything was perfect, but I feel like I definitely don't regret it. They did their job. They were supposed to teach me, and I learned very well. I learned everything I wanted to learn. I don't have all these other complaints that I hear coming from a bunch of different schools. I was very happy with my experience at Avalon, and this isn't a paid promotion or nothing like that. If I didn't like it, I would tell you. I would be like, listen, go somewhere else. But no, I liked it. It was cool for the most part. I feel like I went to a really good beauty school. So thanks so much for watching, and check out my other esthetician videos. I'm going to drop a bunch of them today. Now that I have a moment to do that, I'm going to talk about what was in my kit and the tests, the state board test. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe, okay? Hit that subscribe button. I'm being proficient. I'm trying to get my YouTube channel up. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, turn on that notification bell.
Any night, any day, let me take you away. All I need is just saying yeah, 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 yeah. Better nights, better days, when you're here with me, babe, 'cause you're